Am I the a-hole for saying no to my boyfriend when he proposed in front of his whole family? So, this happened last weekend and I've been feeling a mix of emotions ever since. My 26, male boyfriend 28, male of 3 years, proposed to me in front of his entire family during his mother's birthday dinner. It was a huge gathering. His parents, siblings, grandparents, aunts, uncles, and even a few cousins were there. Now, don't get me wrong. I love my boyfriend. We've talked about marriage before, and while I do see a future with him, I've always made it very clear that I hate public proposals. I'm a private person, and the idea of being put on the spot like that in front of a crowd makes me incredibly uncomfortable. I told him multiple times that if he ever proposed, I'd want it to be just the two of us, something intimate and meaningful. Well, fast forward to the dinner, and right as we were finishing dessert, he suddenly stands up, clinks his glass, and starts giving this speech about love and commitment. Before I even fully process what's happening, he gets down on one knee, pulls out a ring, and asks me to marry him, with every single person staring at me, recording, cheering, and waiting for my answer. I froze, my heart started racing, and I could feel my face burning up. I knew I couldn't say yes just because of the pressure. So, I quietly told him, "I'm so sorry, but I can't say yes like this." The entire room went dead silent. His face dropped, and I could see the embarrassment and hurt in his eyes. His mom gasped, his sister mumbled, "Oh my God," and one of his uncles actually laughed awkwardly. After a few painful seconds, he stood up, muttered, "Wow, okay," and walked out. I tried to explain myself to his family, but the vibe was already ruined. His mom looked devastated, his dad shook his head, and I could hear whispers. I left soon after and tried calling/texting him, but he ignored me the entire night. When we finally talked the next day, he was furious. He said I humiliated him, made him look like a fool in front of his whole family, and completely blindsided him. I told him that I did want to marry him, but I had already told him so many times that I didn't want a public proposal, and he ignored that. He said he thought I would love the moment, and that I should have just said yes in front of everyone and talked about it privately later. Now, his family thinks I'm heartless, and even some of my friends are saying I should have just gone along with it and talked to him afterward instead of embarrassing him. But I feel like if he truly knew and respected me, he wouldn't have put me in that situation in the first place. So, am I the a-hole?